ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. And the Commodores have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Just into the end zone and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will get first crack at it here. Ocean from the wideout. Got the quick completion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all. And we've heard... There he goes! Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast supper get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football.
Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Commodores. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Looking to throw on first down.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6. Now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. Brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. It's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires left. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got a man, it's Ford. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game. Commodores want to crank the tempo.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying the left side. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
The Commodores trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Vandy! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking downfield on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. The screen, he can go. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. On the run, it's Coffee. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk for a minute about vandy. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this.
Breaks into the open. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. He's at the top. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Once he got a snap, it was all over right to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second guess. Return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Dogs! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. Gets the back moving. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Commodores! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The give on the option. Plows through the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the sideline. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Vandy.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Got the quick pass. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pitch to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the counter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. Runs for the tackle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Brown. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Snap it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He'll throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And he never had a chance just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Looking for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown Vanderbilt.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Commodores with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The offense changing the play. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication.
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
On the run, it's Thorne. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Running back searching for a hole. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Commodores in the hurry up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
He now has 80 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it up to 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. He's got him in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Commodores will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown,
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Commodores are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thorne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Might be calling a hot route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That is no good, because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He'll keep it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
They'll move the tight end. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to
going for it all. Touchdown, Commodores! They took a shot. End zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Charlotte is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up 14 over Appalachian State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webb. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Got room to work. Got enough for the first down. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fakes to grab. There he goes. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Crosses the 40. At the 45, on his way. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Commodores are rolling down the field. On the option. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it 1st and goal. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Got out of trouble and throws, and that is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Thorne. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Between the uprights, it's good. And they just tack on. To this garden. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they